opisyalis ng gobyerno para magbigay linaw doon sa mga nangyari, mga testimonies kahapon. And ang iba dumating, baka yung iba magsidatingan pa. They are still on their way to this to the Senate. And first, I would like to give the floor to Attorney Renan Augustus Oliva. For your information, Attorney, nabanggit yung pangalan mo kahapon dahil nga accordingly, nag-raid kayo ng illegal na isabong despite the fact that isabong was already ordered by the President to stop nationwide. Nagpatuloy pa rin dyan sa Negros Oriental at sa buong Region 7. So, nagkaroon daw kayo ng sagutan or whatever, basta please enlighten this committee on what transpired during your raid on those illegal isabong operations. You have the floor, Attorney. Please introduce yourself first before you proceed to your... sorry. Lahat ng mga bagong dumating na mga resource persons, please stand up so that you can take your oath. Kumsik, please administer the oath.
Thank you, sir. Kindly raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this investigation?
I do.
Thank you, sir. Please take your seats.
Thank you. You have the floor now, Attorney Oliva.
Good morning, Your Honor. I am Attorney Renan Oliva, the current Regional Director of the National Bureau of Investigation based in Cebu City. With your permission, Your Honor, can I read the chronology of events which I prepared in line with our operation last September 16, 2022, wherein we implemented a search warrant for violation of the isabong. This search warrant was issued by the Honorable Grace Veloso Fernandez of the Regional Trial Court, Branch 19, Cebu City. This was implemented against Aminik and Kalahuan Cockpit located at Barangay Kalahuan, Minglanilla, Cebu for violation of PD 1602 in relation to RA 10175, which is the cybercrime law. As a result of our successful operation, we arrested the operators of said cockpit, namely Sergio Santos Lo, alias Dongdong Ong, and Carlos Oy Gotong III, alias June Gotong, as well as 37 other employees who was caught in the act of doing a live streaming of an actual isabong operation under the website goperia.net. The service of the search warrant was witnessed by the sister-in-law of subject Carlos Gotong III, who is Attorney Pauline Gotong, as well as the barangay captain and barangay officials of Barangay Kalahuan, Minglanilla, Cebu. On September 19, 2022, all the arrested persons were brought to the Cebu Provincial Prosecutor's Office, for inquest proceedings for violation of the PD 1602 in relation to 10175. They were represented this time by at least 5 lawyers. 3 lawyers were Dumaguete-based lawyers and 2 lawyers were based in Cebu. After the inquest, the Provincial Prosecutor of Cebu filed the case before the RTC of Naga City, Cebu, who has jurisdiction of the case. The case was referred to Branch 76, the Regional Trial Court of Naga, Cebu, presided by Judge Dennis Larubis. After we returned the search warrant before the issuing court, together with the seized items composed of video streaming paraphernalia, computers, as well as cash amounting to approximately 2.6 million pesos. On the same day of April 19, 2022, I received a call from a colleague in the person of then Assistant Regional Director Noel Bucaling of NBI Pampanga and asked me that Congressman Arnoldo Tevez wanted to talk to me. I asked him what was that about. He told me it was about the operation that we conducted against the Isabong. I told ARD Bucaling that the case is already filed in court. In fact, the suspects were already represented by their lawyers. But he insisted that he told me na pakusapan mo, i-meet mo lang si congressman because magandang okay na tao yan. So, on September 20 at around 3:41 p.m., Congressman Arthur Tevez together with a certain Mr. Tomasino Cabase Aledro alias Tokoy and their entourage arrived at the NBI office. The opening statement of Congressman Tevez to me was that he was not connected to Isabong activities and that he had already delegated that to his friends. He then proceeded to ask me who authorized the operation, which I told him it was our director, in line with the order of our president to stop all Isabong activities. I told him frankly that the said area, the said cockpit which we raided, was not even registered under the PAGCOR. Those cockpits that were registered with PAGCOR even stopped their operation heeding to the order of the presidents. As I remember, it has been 2 presidents already, President Roa Duterte and President Marcos, who ordered the stop of this Isabong. I was then surprised of his response to me, which he told me that he will sue my men for stealing 7 million pesos at the cockpit. He continued to say that he will spare me from the case if I make it negative of any incoming operations against Isabong. I just laughed because I told him, you cannot tell me to betray my oath as a law enforcement officer. You just follow the rules, you follow the order of the president, you follow the requirements, you just follow it. And I told him frankly, if you want to file the case, you file the case against me. I will answer it because it is not true. I am not afraid. After the visit of Congressman Tevez, I immediately informed the director of what happened, who instructed me to intensify the Isabong operations in my area. With this, I coordinated with my counterparts with the PNP Region 7 in the application of search warrant, and true enough, they were able also to raid another Isabong facility in our area. However, on October 25, the information that the Cebu Provincial Prosecutor's Office filed was quashed by the Honorable Judge Dennis Larobis on the grounds that the acts charged in the information does not fall within the acts prescribed under PD 1602 in relation to RA 10175. On September 3, we filed a motion for reconsideration before the Honorable Court, arguing that the cases we filed originated from a search warrant issued by another court for the same violation, as well as the inquest proceedings conducted by the Cebu Provincial Prosecutor's Office, who sustained our recommendation. However, On November 9, 2022, the court denied our motion for citing that we violated the 5-day continuous rule when we filed the case on the 6th day. However, on January 5, 2023, we filed the case again before the Provincial Prosecutor's Office of Cebu for violation of PD 1602 in relation to 1175, PD 449 cockfighting law in relation to 10175, in relation to Article 8 of RPC, conspiracy in the commission of the crime. After our refiling on February 28, 2023, 5 months after we raided the Isabong operation in Minglanilla, a case was filed against me and my men before the Office of the Ombudsman for Visayas for irregularity in the service of search warrant and fabricated a story that we stole 9 million cash. Nidako na. From 7 million, nahimo ng 9 million. Days before the filing of the harassment suit, a video was spread in social media showing spliced portions of the CCTV footage during the operation. They intentionally omitted the inventory conducted by my arresting officers in the presence of their lawyer as well as the barangay captain and officials of the barangay Kalahuan in Minglanilla, Cebu. After the filing of the harassment case, we filed a press release stating that the National Bureau of Investigation takes exception to the published reports on the alleged abuse in the service of search warrant, robbery, and grave misconduct by the NBI Regional Director and operatives. We believe that this issue is related to the refiling of cases by our office against the illegal Isabong operators and staff of the Anemic and Kalahuan who continue to defy the order of no less than 2 presidents to stop illegal Isabong activities. The same individuals are facing similar charges filed by our counterpart, the PNP. To date, no copy of the formal complaint has been received in relation to the allegations being broadcasted against us. Nonetheless, once furnished with the same, the NBI will answer the allegations in accordance with the legal procedure in the proper forum. Rest assured, the NBI will continue to resolutely perform its mandate in providing quality investigative services to the public. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Attorney Oliva, and thank you for your totoong paninerbisyo at hindi nagpapatakot. Yeah, you want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have screenshots of the CCTV footage showing the good congressman and his entourage coming to our office. Yung mga kuan na, sir.
Ano nga, ulitin mo nga yung sinabi niya sa'yo?
Yung
Pagpasok niya?
mga screenshots, sir, ng mga CCTV footage
Yeah,
namin.
I get it.
Yes,
But yung mga, the exact words that he said during your conversation.
Hindi
Ulit.
kita isasama sa kaso ng mga tao mo pag in-negative mo ang mga order sa'yo na mag-operate ng Isabong operation.
Alam mo, kung ako sinabihan nun, sagutin ko rin siya, how dare you? Who you? Ha? Para sabihan mo ako ng ganun. That's very bad. Akala ko, pulis lang ang kaya niyan takot-takutin doon, pati NBI pala. Sinasabihan ng ganun. Yeah, continue.
Sagot ako, sir, na sabihin, you can never let me betray my oath as an law enforcement officer sa mga takot mo. I-file mo yung kaso, sagutin namin yan at makag-counter-charge kami.
So, ano ngayon, pagibigyan mo ko ng chronology of events, pag-start doon yung sabi mong nakwas, yung,
Yes, sir.
ano yung nakwas, yung warrant ninyo?
Yung information, sir, na final ng Cebu Provincial Prosecutor's Office
nakwas na
ng judge, sir, Judge
Judge.
Dennis Larobis. Ang rason niya, yung acts charged in the information does not fall within the acts punishable under PD 1602 in relation to RA 10175. Hindi nakalimutan niya na merong search warrant yun issued by a valid court in Cebu City. Tapos yung inquest namin ng Provincial Prosecutor's Office na sustain for the violation that we charge.
So paano yan? Kahirap nun. Sustain yung inquest, yung inquest proceedings na ginawa nyo, sustain. Tapos, pagdating sa judge, nakwas yung information.
Wala daw crime.
Walang crime.
Yes, sir.
Hirap. Sinong judge yun?
Judge Dennis Larubis, sir, Branch 76 of RTC, Naga, Cebu.
Anyway, mahirap mag-prejudge habang hindi natin narinig yung side niya. We still respect the judiciary. Pero, per my experience, I'm not referring to this particular case. Retired police tayo. Alam natin yan, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Kapag, ganitong takbo ng sindikato kapag hindi ko maariglo ang complainant, arigluhin ko yung pulis na nag-imbestiga ng kaso. Pag umayaw yung pulis, ayaw magpaariglo, okay lang. Matigas ka ng pulis, hindi kita maariglo. Next na lalapitan ng sindikato, yung piskalya. Yung prosecutor, handling the case. Arigluhin ang prosecutor. Kapag hindi naariglo ang prosecutor, matigas ka na piskal, ayaw ko pagbigyan. Sige lang, tingnan natin. Buhusan ko ng malaking pera itong judge na may hawak nitong kaso na ito. Arigluhin ko ito. I am not specifying any particular judge, any particular fiscal, any particular policeman, investigator. But it is really happening in the Philippines. Kaya yan po ang napakasaklap na katotohanan. Ikaw, na NBI, you are doing your job diligently. Pagdapos, pag na-dismiss ang kaso, walang ibang sisihin. Sabihin kagad ng piskal, failure ng handling of evidence, yung failure sa yung chain of custody of evidence. Ang mga technicality kagad yan. Lahat tayo, ang law enforcement palagi, whipping boy. And hindi alam ng taong bayan yan na itong criminal system ng Pilipinas is composed of 5 pillars. Isa lang dyan yung law enforcement. Yung police at NBI, nandyan sa law enforcement. After law enforcement, andyan na prosecution. Sunod, andyan yung courts. After that, andyan yung rehabilitation, yung Bucor, and afterwards, yung community. Yung buong community na. Pero, kapag hindi nag-progress ang kaso, walang palaging sisisihin, kundi ang law enforcement, ang police o ang NBI. Hindi nila alam na nariglo pala yung piskal. Hindi yan sasabihin na nariglo pala yung judge. Ang palagi sinasabi, naariglo ang police, naariglo ang NBI. So yun po ang sama ng loob natin. Pareho tayo ng frustration sa sistema. Itong ating criminal justice system. Napakahirap. We are the whipping boy palagi sa ating buong sistema. Lalong-lalo na't mayroong mga powerful, mga mayayaman na politiko na nasa likuran. Yun. Taka ka na lang, na-dismiss ang kaso. Ikaw pa ngayon ang kina-countercharge. Pinailan ka ng kaso. Where is justice in this world? Nagtatrabaho ka lang. Ikaw pang hindi ma-promote ngayon dahil may pending case ka. At ang nag-file sa iyo, hindi basta-basta, isang matigas, isang astig na congressman. Hindi ka talaga mapopromote yan. Ang hirap ng buhay natin. Napakahirap. Kaya ngayon, senador na ako, hanapan natin ang paraan yan. Magtutulungan tayo na mabago yung sistema na yan para yung culture of impunity, yung reign of terror na nangyayari sa isang lugar na hinahawakan ng politiko na walang pakundangan na gumawa ng violence, ay mahinto natin yan. Huwag nating pabayaan. Kaya pinatawag kita dito para maklaro natin ito. And I admire you. Your courage. Hindi ka nagpapadala. Hindi ka nagpapadala. Isipin mo, puntahan ka sa opisina mo ng isang congressman, sabihan ka ng ganun. I don't know kung kaya kong sabihan ng ganun. Kung ako yung pulis.
Sir,
Attempt mo palang magsabi, tapos ka na sa akin. Pupusasa na kita.
Sir,
Sige, go ahead.
Sir, if I may add another operational issue in connection with this operation. Yung successful service namin, sir, sa 16, nakuha na namin sa 15 yung search warrant, umaga. Sinerve namin sa gabi. In the middle of our briefing, yung goperiad.net na minomonitor namin na nag-isabong live streaming, namatay bigla. Tapos, yung mga tao sa cockpit, pinalabas. May tao ako doon, sir, na pinapasok, pinalabas, nag-report, sir, pinalabas kami. Sunog yung trabaho. Ang ginawa ko, doon, the next day, pinakalat ko yung information na i-return ko na yung search warrant. But the next day, doon ako nag-briefing sa gasoline station. Nag-hire ako ng sasakyan, di ko gumamit ng sasakyan sa opisina. Di successful yung operation. Ganon katindi ang cancer reach ng...
Kaya pala, unlimited itong pera nitong mga tao na ito dahil patuloy pa rin ang isabong. So, ikaw pa rin ang RD doon. So, I am advising you. Habulin at habulin mo itong isabong. Huwag mong ihinto yan. Kahit na ikakamatay natin ito, trabaho mo yan eh. That's your sole duty. You can even offer your life para dito sa trabaho na ito para ipakita natin sa taong bayan na talaga tayo'y sincero sa ating trabaho. RD ng Pero 7. DRDO. Oh. Suportahan yung NBI sa kanilang effort against isabong. Huwag kayong huminto, ha? Dapat hindi kayo matakot, hindi kayo magpapa-influensya. Hinahamon mo kayo. Sabi mo kaya ni Congressman Arnie Tevez na never ninyong mapahinto itong isabong. Ang galing naman niya. Talagang confidence siya na hindi ito mapapahinto. So ngayon, hinahamon ninyo niyang capability ng law enforcement community, magtutulong-tulungan kayo. Habulin niyo lahat ng isabong dyan. Kasi sa buong Pilipinas, alam ko, pagkakaalam natin, ha, yan lang ang tigas talaga ng ulo. Ayaw talaga ihinto yung isabong. Patuloy pa rin. Kahit na sinabihan na ni President Duterte na ihinto ang isabong, sinabihan na ng President Marcos na ihinto ang isabong, hindi pagpatuloy. Yung operation dyan sa Region 7 ng isabong, nagpapatuloy pa rin. Ganun sila ka high and mighty. Ganun sila ka impregnable. Wow, we are being challenged here. You should respond to the challenge. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, actually, we have a successful operation. We got Isabong, sir. We have 2 successful operation that we confiscated ICT equipment, sir.
Salamat at huwag kayo huminto. Ha? Ito'y, upo ka dyan. Itong aking galit sa isabong, ha? Pasensya na kayo. Regardless kung sinong involved dito, kahit na hindi si Congressman Arnie Tevez ang involved dito, kahit sinong involved dito, kasi ito'y talagang inimbestigahan namin at nakita ko kung paano masira ang bait ng mga tao. Merong mga security guard na tumalon sa tulay, nagpakamatay dahil sa isabong. merong ina na ibininta yung kanyang anak para lang sa isabong. Merong opisyal ng PNP na nang hold up dahil lang sa isabong. Akala ninyo ang druga lang nakakasira ng utak ng tao? Hindi. Pati itong sugal because addictive. We are talking about addiction. Addiction to drugs. Pareho lang rin yung addiction to gambling. Kaya ako'y galit na galit dito. Kawawa ang Pilipinas pag ito ay mag-proliferate. Magkakaroon tayo dito sa Pilipinas ng mga politiko. Hindi na narco-politics ang maghari-arian sa Pilipinas, kundi gambling politics. Kung sino yung mga siga sa isabong, dahil napakarami nilang pera, sila magkukontrol sa politics ng Pilipinas. That is very, very possible. At yan ay slowly nangyayari na ngayon. Kaya I am advising you, the whole law enforcement community, magtulong-tulungan kayo, PNP, NBI, regardless kung sinong involved dito. I am not naming in particular any Congressman Arnie Tevez. No, wala ako dyan. Akin yung buo kahit sino, banggain ninyo. Ubusin nyo ito isabong. Gamitin ninyo yung lahat ng abilidad ninyo dahil challenge kayo na hindi nyo kaya daw talaga ito mapahinto. Dahil nga, using the internet, gamitan rin nyo ng internet para mahinto ito. It takes technology to outrun or to outlive or to outdo a syndicate using technology. Technology to technology ito, labanan ng teknolohiya. Labanan ninyo. That is your sworn duty. So again, nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo, sa inyong ginawa. You done a very good job, a very laudable accomplishment. Sana pamarisan ka sa lahat ng NBI dito sa ating bansa. Alam ko maraming matino, kagaya rin sa PNP. Maraming matino dyan, kukunti lang dyan nagpapailalim sa mga sindikato. Mas marami pa rin ang matino.